Welcome to day 4 of Growing Together. I'm your host, and today we're going to talk about sports. So, whether you're playing a sport or whether you're just watching a sport, either way, it's a good thing for you. Now, playing a sport offers, I'm sure you know this, many benefits towards your mind and towards your body. Offers you muscular benefits, athletic benefits, cardiovascular benefits, and all that. Yeah, you know that already. But I think the best thing about sports, especially when you play it, like when you're young, when you're still growing up, during your childhood, sports are like get you into that competitive nature, even when you're super young, which I think is super healthy for for the brain and for you to grow. So it makes you tougher mentally as well, going through like hardships, especially physical hardships while you're playing sports. And yeah, and I forgot to say that sports, the best thing about sports is that that made us love sports is that sports were super fun to play. I don't think any of us cared when you were like 5 years old or 6 years old. No one cared that sports were like super healthy and all that. We knew that sports were like super fun to play because you could play with your friends, you could play alone, you can be competitive with your friends or with like other opponents you face. It just feels super fun to play, and that's the only reason why we played it. We didn't play because you get strong. I'm sorry, because you get stronger or because you get mentally stronger or any of that. You just love to play it, and I completely understand because that was the same with me. I never really cared for the benefits of sports or anything. If it was fun, I would do it. If I played Minecraft and I had fun, I would do it again. If I played FIFA, I would do it again. It's the same cycle when I was younger. And now, even if you're watching a sport, some people say that watching a sport is like not actually healthy because you're just watching the sport and not playing the sport. But I completely like disagree because I think watching the sport makes you also want to play the sport. I'm gonna give an example from me. Before a year ago, I never even thought that I would be playing basketball right now. For context, I've been playing basketball since a year, I think. And the only reason I got into basketball was, guess why? Not because of a friend or because of anything else or because I was forced. Because the reason I got into basketball is because I was watching the sport. My uncle took me to a basketball game of like the national team, like of where I'm from basically. And I watched the game and I was so intrigued by the sport. By basketball, you know, how you shoot the ball, how you can dribble, how they jump so high and dunk the ball. I found all that super cool. And that's the only reason I started to play it myself. Even though I was a complete beginner, I could not do anything. I could not shoot the ball, I couldn't dribble, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't cross the ball between my legs. I was a total noob, okay? And yeah, it's normal when you start something new, you're gonna be bad at it. But I've been playing like consistently for the past year. Like I started in June, July, and now we're in May, so it's been almost a year since I started. And I've been getting better at basketball. I'm not good. I'm not really good. But as someone who has been playing for almost a year, I think I made some good progress. So don't worry if you're watching a sport. It's also super fun to support like a sports team, to have banter with your friends or with your family members, or when your team scores a goal or wins the match. It makes you super happy. And that's been going on for a long time. Like even for the past 200 years, there were still sports teams and people would support them. So it's not a bad thing to have a sports team. I don't really agree with the people who say that. And it brings people together. Like having supporting a sports team uh, brings, for example, like my family and I together. I'm not saying it's the glue that keeps us together, but it makes us have a nicer bond on top of everything, on top of all the other bonds we have. So, but if you're watching a sport, let's say you watch, I don't know, let's say also watching basketball, but you never got into it. I promise you, you should try and get into it. Try and go to the park yourself, get a ball with you, and just do whatever comes to mind. Like no matter what sport it is, if you never played it but you only watched it, then I recommend you go try it. You'll really be like surprised by how much you love the sport. Because you know you love it because you watch it all the time. But by playing it, you'll get a different love for the game. So guys, I forgot to record like an outro for the video for yesterday. Anyways, I want to have a clothing brand as well. It's called Mog Activewear. If you want to check it out, it'd be really cool. You don't have to, but I'm just gonna put it out there. And of course, like always, if you want to contact me for whatever reason, you want to make a new friend or you want to just talk, whatever, and of course you can have my Instagram, it's in the comments. And yeah, hope you have a wonderful day.